Welcome to Blind Tasting with Somm Stacey. We're going to go back over the wine that I did last week. So my final conclusion for that was a Pinot Noir from Volnay, from Côte de Beaune, from Burgundy in France. And it's totally Domaines Chanson, Santenay Beauregard Premier Cru. So just a little bit south of Volnay. Feels super good about that. Called it right, felt good about the tannins and the structure on this, the fruit character. That was a really good call, and I feel super solid about it. So building up confidence is a huge part of this, and believing in yourself when you do it, which is what this is about for me, is getting better for the test. So let's call some wine for today. The wine for today is brickish, red garnet, a little bit of brown highlights to it. There is medium concentration. Medium plus concentration. I cannot read through this. There is a little bit of garnet orange rim variation. I can definitely read through the rim. It is medium in concentration, very bright and shiny, beautiful clarity, and no evidence of sediment or gas. Moving to the nose. Wine is moderate plus aromatic. It is definitely jumping out of the glass in a dry, desiccated, overripe, bruised sort of fashion. The red and black fruits, strawberries, dried roses. There's a lot of bruised, aged. This wine is aging vinous. I think we've got, from the nose, just all the characters are older. Mushroom, there's, the character of the flowers, roses, dried, the mushroomy, earthy, dirt, animal, leather. There's a little bit of tar and tobacco with this. There's some dark chocolate with this. It's intensely aromatic. There's so many fun things going on. I also think there's some oak and some spice on this. Don't ever smell it. Let's move to the nose. It is dry. It is definitely dried, desiccated strawberry. It's just big red fruit. There's a little bit of plum, red plum skin. That dried fruit character that's coming out. Dried roses for the florals, again with the earthy, mushroomy, animal leather. A little bit of Brett for this, like it just feels like there's some old world Brett funkiness from maybe bigger, older used barrels, or just the Europeans like that a little bit more in their wine, so you see it more in a not fault way. Like, I think this wine is clean, but there is that little bit of a Brett funkiness. Structure wise, again, the wine is dry. Moderate plus tannins. They're definitely sticking around. They're elevated in the structure call. The acidity is elevated, moderate plus. The body is moderate. The finish carries on forever. It's a complex glass of wine. Yeah, and again, talking about the age, it's had some age to it. So let's talk about initial conclusion, right? So the structure, the age, the amount of dry, desiccated characters to it. I think we've got an older wine, 2010, at least 10 years or more. I think we're dealing with Italy, because that funky bready character kind of hits me sometimes from France and from Bordeaux varietals, but I just don't think that the character of this is Bordeaux quite enough, perhaps with some age. But I also think what we've got here is probably Nebbiolo. It is probably from Barolo or Barbaresco, which is in the Piedmont, which is in Italy, and it's 2010. I think I'm going to call this Barolo because that's testable and that's what it would really be. I'm not quite sure how often they would give me Barbaresco. This is a little more feminine. So in my heart, I think Barbaresco. So final conclusion, let's go 2010 Nebbiolo from Barbaresco in the Piedmont in Italy. All right, 5 minutes. Hey, I think I could do that better with the timing and with running through the characters, running through the grid, paying attention to all the spots. I don't think I missed anything, but let's go back over it next time. We'll reveal this one and move on to the next. Totally open to suggestions, comments, questions, feedback. All is on the table. Please let me know if you have any interest in finding out more about the wines, finding out how I pick them, and that's about it. Thank you so much for tasting Blind with Somm Stacey.